Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about sunflowers, and it's been a while since I made a video, so I'm happy to be back. Kind of in a little bit of a better schedule now, so I just wanted to kick off as we enter into fall but have a little bit of summer left. I want to talk about sunflowers. So today's tutorial is going to be how to crochet this cute, easy peasy sunflower coaster. You guys know that I love making coasters. I think they just go by super quick, and this is a very easy beginner-friendly pattern. If you're new to coasters and you want to make more of a pattern shape instead of your typical circle or a square, I definitely recommend sticking around to see how this goes. I wanted to really quick show you what you can do with crocheting sunflowers. This was my first attempt at crocheting with thread, so that was fun. I made a pair of sunflower earrings. Let me know if you want to see a tutorial for that. I did make one over at my TikTok, which I now have. I've been just spending a lot of time over there on TikTok. It's just been so much fun. So yeah, if you want to learn how to make these earrings, I recommend heading over to my TikTok. Let's see, you can go to my website, thenorthstitch.com. I do have that up and running again. Feel free to like and subscribe to this video, you know, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. I got my coffee. Hopefully you guys got coffee ready to go. I also have a written pattern for today's tutorial over on my website. This sunflower is slightly different from the sunflower that's made in the crop top of one of my most popular videos here on my channel. I want to do a quick video shout out to this person right here. They attempted to make this top and I think it's just super cute, and they messaged me the design. So I thought they did a really good job. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but thank you so much for attempting this and sending it to me. I love seeing what you guys are up to, and feel free to send me messages of your designs and I can shout you out in a future video of mine. So with all that being said, let's talk about the materials you're going to need for this coaster. I do apologize, there's the shadow of my tripod. You can see it right here too. I do have my tripod kind of like messing up with my lighting right now, but you're going to need two types of yarn, or two colors of yarn I should say, for this coaster. I actually recommend that you use cotton yarn unless you're, I don't know, careful about your coasters, but typically if you're making something that is going to be worn or involve, you know, washing or getting drinks or stains on it like a coaster, you're going to want to use cotton. But I have a bunch of this. It's Hobby Lobby's. I love this yarn. I don't remember where my packaging went for it, but I've been really liking this color for sunflowers lately. I think it's called Sun Gold, but I'll link that below for you guys to shop if you want some of those. But obviously, like I said, I recommend using cotton yarn, but if you have acrylic laying around or really anything that you want to use for this color. I just had some leftover acrylic brown, just like this dark chocolate brown that I'm going to be using for the flower center, but again, very flexible on yarn choices. For the crochet hook, I'm going to be using a 6mm, and I've really been liking this clover hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors per usual, and if you want a yarn needle to tie in your ends at the end, feel free. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into how to make this coaster. We're going to start off with the center of the flower. We're working in the round, and as you can see, just a quick gist of the pattern. We're going to be making a magic circle with 12 double crochets, then we're going to make petal stitches for 2 rounds after that. So let's start with our magic circle with the brown. And what I love about this pattern is that it really doesn't take a whole lot of yarn. You can make hundreds of these. You can make them into a blanket, into a granny square, and I do have a video coming up on how to make a sunflower granny square, as well as a couple other fun fall time granny squares. So like I said, we're going to start here with our magic circle, and we're going to get to the height of a double crochet. So we're going to chain 3. And we're going to place 11 more double crochets into the center. So for those of you who are new, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And I know with darker yarn it is kind of hard to see. So we have 3 total, including that third chain. So I'm going to go ahead and continue these all the way around until I have 12 total. So I'm back toward the beginning now, and I kind of pull this tail end as I go to tighten up that center gap. But I have 12 double crochets, including the chain 3, that does count as a stitch, and I'm going to insert my hook into the top chain and join it with a slip stitch to finish that round. I'm going to pull up my loop, and I'm going to finish off this brown color. What I like to do is take that tail end and pull it through to secure a knot. On the back side here, before I move on, I like to tie that into a knot and trim it out of the way as well. It's just a coaster, so we're not, we're not being too picky about our knots and, where we're putting things. This tail end, I'm going to work that in to the next round here. So let's go ahead and switch over from our brown yarn to sun gold, or just whatever sunflower petal color you'd like to use. And speaking of that, if you wanted to make this into a daisy, you can do that as well, just simply changing the colors. So you would do yellow in the middle and then white for the petals. Obviously you can make any color flower, but that's just what I recommend. So we're gonna go in and attach our yarn into any stitch. What I like to do is pick a few back from where the tail end is, because we're going to be working that in. And this is how I attach my yarn. I pull a loop through, or pull the yarn through I should say, and I tie a knot. It makes a lot of you, maybe older crocheters, cringe, but that personally helps me keep it in place, and I think it's a good technique for beginners. You're going to go in, pull up a loop, and I don't really count that as a stitch, but what we're gonna do from here is chain 3 to get to the height of a double crochet, and then we're gonna put one more double crochet next to that in the same stitch. So that's one petal. We're gonna chain 1 before we work into the next stitch, and we're gonna place 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And we're basically just going to repeat that around. So we have 2 double crochets in each stitch around with a chain 1 space in between. So that should give you, what, 24 double crochets total and 12 chain 1 spaces total. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll meet you back here. Make sure you work both of those tail ends in as you go, and you can trim them off a few stitches down the line. So here I am back toward the beginning. I just finished putting in my 12th petal, or 24 double crochets, and I'm going to chain 1 just like I would if I were moving on to the next petal. And I'm going to slip stitch into the top, that third chain that we did at the beginning, and I'm going to just do a slip stitch to finish the round. To start the next round, because of where we're positioned, we're going to act like we're coming out of this gap, because we're closer to this gap than we are over here. So we're going to act like we are finishing the last stitch in this petal, if that makes sense. So we're going to chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. We're going to chain 1 more, and that's going to be our chain 1 space, and we're going to put 3 double crochets for this round instead of 2. Oops, sorry. Yeah, 3 double crochets for this round's petal. So the last round we did 2 double crochets in each with a chain 1 space. So this time around, see, because we're coming out of that gap, when we make our way back around, then we're going to put 2 double crochets at the end here and attach it to that third double crochet. So yeah, for this round we're going to be doing 3 double crochets in each of the chain 1 spaces, and then we're also going to be chaining 1 in between each petal. So after I did 3, I'm going to chain 1, find this next gap, and place 3 double crochets. And we're going to stop after this round. We're not going to be increasing anymore because I do think that with the coaster it looks better. Like obviously when you see a sunflower, the flower itself is bigger around the center. But I suppose you could add an extra row, and I would assume that you would put 4 double crochets and 5 and 6, etc, etc, because we went from 2 to 3. So I'm assuming the same stitch pattern would apply. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how that would work out. But yeah, just continue doing this all the way around. 3 double crochets in each chain 1 gap of the previous. And like I said, you can also get an ad-free written pattern on my website. If you don't want to follow this video tutorial, you can get the written pattern. It's super easy. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way around, and I will meet you back when I make it back to the original. Okay, I'm back toward the beginning. I'm going to finish placing just 2 double crochets next to that original chain 3. And I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain here with a slip stitch, and we are done with that last round. If you want to, what you can do is I added like a just kind of like a slip stitch border if you wanted to go around just to secure those edges and make it look a little bit more complete. You can do that. Just for the sake of time, I won't show you here, but all you're going to do if you're interested in doing that is you're going to chain 1 and then just slip stitch in each stitch all the way around, including those chain 1 spaces. You're going to count that as a stitch. So yeah, you would slip stitch all the way around and then slip stitch to join. But like I said, for the sake of this, we're gonna stop there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this easy peasy sunflower coaster tutorial. Like I said, you can get it over on my website, the written pattern. Hopefully this was helpful here watching me do it. I'll link this in the pattern as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with your friends who are learning how to crochet this very easy beginner friendly pattern. And I do want to take another minute here just to show you these earrings. I really do recommend making something like this and trying your hand at crochet thread. It is a little different. You're gonna have to use a 2mm crochet hook, but this is just the cutest thing in the world. And you can purchase these earrings on my website as well if you guys want to support me in my work. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a good rest of your day.